Hello, my name is Roger Knisely of Knisely Sons. I'm going to try to give you some information on HVAC or air conditioning job skills and what you can look forward to. What heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration mechanics and installers do. Heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration mechanics and installers, often called HVACR technicians, work on heating, ventilation, cooling, and refrigeration systems that control the temperature and air quality in buildings. Their duties include installing, cleaning, and maintaining HVACR systems, install electrical components and wiring, inspect and test HVACR systems and components, discuss system malfunctions with customers, repair or replace worn or defective parts, recommend maintenance to improve system performance, keep records for work performed. Heating and air conditioning systems control the temperature, humidity, and overall air quality in homes, businesses, and other buildings. Some technicians specialize in one or more specific aspects of HVACR, such as radiant heating systems, solar panels, testing and balancing, or commercial refrigeration. There are lots of different things that you can get into. Other workers sometimes help HVACR technicians install or repair cooling and heating systems. For example, on a large air conditioning installation job, especially one in which workers are covered by union contracts, ductwork may be installed by sheet metal workers, electrical work by electricians, and pipe work by plumbers, pipe fitters, and steam fitters. Boiler systems are sometimes installed by a boiler maker. As far as your work environment, it can be good, it can be bad. Technicians work mostly in homes, schools, stores, hospitals, and office buildings or factories. Some technicians are assigned to specific job sites at the beginning of each day. Others travel to several different locations, making service calls. Although most technicians work indoors, some may have to work on outdoor heat exchangers, even in bad weather. Technicians often work in awkward or cramped spaces, and some work in buildings that are uncomfortable because the air conditioning or heating systems is not working properly. Under injuries and illnesses, technicians have one of the highest rates of injuries and illnesses of all occupations. Potential hazards include electrical shock, burns, muscle strains, and injuries from handling heavy equipment. Under their work schedule, the majority of technicians work full-time. Evening or weekend shifts may be required, and HVACR technicians often work overtime or irregular hours during peak heating and cooling seasons. How do you become a heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration mechanic or installer? Because these systems have become increasingly complex, employers generally prefer applicants with post-secondary education or those who have completed an apprenticeship. Some states and localities may require technicians to be licensed. Workers may need to pass a background check prior to being hired, including drug test. Many HVAC technicians receive post-secondary instruction from technical and trade schools or community colleges that offer programs in heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration. These programs generally last from 6 months to 2 years and lead to a certificate or an associate's degree. High school students interested in becoming an HVACR technician should take courses in vocational education, math, and physics. Knowledge of plumbing or electrical work and a basic understanding of electronics is also helpful. Under training, new HVAC technicians typically begin by working alongside experienced technicians. At first, they perform basic tasks such as insulating refrigerant lines or cleaning furnaces. In time, they move on to more difficult tasks, including cutting and soldering pipes or checking electrical circuits. Some technicians receive their training through an apprenticeship. Apprenticeship programs usually last 3 to 5 years. Over the course of the apprenticeship, technicians learn safety practices, blueprint reading, and how to use tools. They also learn about the numerous systems that heat and cool buildings. Sometimes you are required license, certifications, and registrations. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, requires that all technicians who buy, handle, or work with refrigerants to be certified in proper refrigerant handling. In addition, some states and localities require technicians to be licensed. There are some important qualities that technicians should possess. The first one is customer service skills. Technicians often work in customers' homes or business offices, so it is important that they be friendly, polite, and punctual. Repair technicians sometimes deal with unhappy customers whose heating and air conditioning is not working. They should be detail-oriented. Technicians must carefully maintain records of all work performed. The records must include the nature of the work performed and the time it took, as well as a list of specific parts and equipment that were used. Math skills. Technicians need to calculate the correct load requirements to ensure that the HVACR equipment properly heats or cools the space required. They need mechanical skills. Technicians install and work on complicated climate control systems, so they must understand the components and be able to properly assemble, disassemble, and if needed, program them. Physical stamina and strength are two good qualities that helps. Time management skills. Technicians frequently have a set number of daily maintenance calls. They should be able to keep a schedule and complete all necessary repairs or tasks. And the most important is troubleshooting skills. Technicians must be able to identify problems on malfunctioning heating or air conditioning and refrigeration systems, and then determine the best way to repair them. As far as your pay, the average annual wage for heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration mechanics and installers was $48,730 in May of 2019. The median wage is the wage at which half the workers in the occupation earned more than that amount and half earned less. The lowest 10% earned less than $30,610, and the highest 10% earned more than $77,920. It all depends on what you are capable of doing and how hard you've worked in the past to get there. As far as job outlook, the employment of heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration mechanics and installers is projected to grow 4% from 2019 to 2029, which is about as fast as the average of all occupations. Under job prospects, job opportunities for technicians are expected to be good. In fact, as I would consider them, very good. Candidates familiar with tablet computers and electronics, as well as those who have developed troubleshooting skills, will have the best job prospects. So, bottom line is, Work hard now while you're in high school, and when you get into your post-secondary schooling, work as hard as you can, learn as much as you can, as quickly as you can, and you'll end up in the higher end of the pay scale. It all comes back to how hard you're going to work now as to what you're going to get later. Good luck in the future, and I hope you become HVACR technicians. Good afternoon.